Guys, and that's my Raw review. So now I'm finally back on track with doing my videos like on my normal days, and I haven't got any plans now for a few weeks, so I should be, consistently doing like, Raw and SmackDown reviews as normal, not like kind of little quick videos. But anyway, I'm going to stop like rambling about that. Before I start my video, there's a couple things that I was going to say. Obviously, I don't know if you guys remember, like a few weeks back, I was like wearing slightly I can't even talk. I was wearing slightly smarter clothes, and I said that, we were having like a photo shoot kind of like done like for like my nan's like birthday present and stuff. And I actually got like my friend at work, she does like the photos, and they're like really awesome. And I got them back because I like have them made into canvases. So I just wanted to show you guys. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well. I don't know what the lighting's going to come out, but this is basically my family, and I thought this was like a pretty good photo, so I've like made it into a canvas. I'm going to put it in my room. So obviously this is me, my dad, my brother Nathan, and my mum. My brother's 20 today, which is really scary because I'm 2 years older than him, so that means I'm going to be 22 soon, and I feel like really old now that my brother's not a teenager anymore. And I also got like we had like a really stupid photo done as well. You guys are going to think we're complete weirdos, but basically this is us like lying on the floor making really stupid faces, but I just thought it was a really cool photo. So anyway, it makes my eyes look absolutely massive in this photo. But so I just thought I'd show you guys that because, I like to show you guys like random things about my room, but I need to find space to put them up. I can find space, but I just don't know where it would look best. So that's my next challenge. And also, right, I'm going to like stop rambling about stupid things. I was meant to do this on my last video, but honestly, I was so tired after like, travelling and stuff, that I completely forgot. I want to like do a shout out to, there's a YouTube channel called, well, it's not the actual channel name, but it's the name of their show that they do. It's called The British Fist. Many of you guys probably already subscribe to them, because I know like we kind of share like a lot of subscribers, but they've just hit 1,000 subs, and I was meant to do a shout out for them ages and ages ago, and I just didn't, because you guys know I'm absolutely hopeless when it comes to doing shout outs. But no, they've just reached 1,000 subs, and they've also, been doing this for a year now. They're really awesome. So it's obviously NJ and Daniel. And obviously they do lots of they talk like, about Raw and SmackDown, TNA, Ring of Honor. They do like a lot of different like videos, and they've also got like their own channels, where they talk about wrestling as well. But obviously, yeah, the British Fist is their kind of like main one, where they both do videos together. See, I'm rambling. I can't do shout outs to people because I just talk like about stupid stuff. So anyway, I'll put the link below. Go check them out. It's good. I have to, promote another British, wrestling, reviewing channel. See, I can't talk, so I'm just going to shut up now. Anyway, but go subscribe to them. They're really awesome. So yeah, that's my mission, is to get to 1,000 subs as well. If I can do that by the end of this year, I'll be happy. I know that might seem like getting very many people in a year, but honestly, that'll be awesome. Anyway, so now I think I've covered like a whole little area of pre-review rambling, as it's now become known, and I'm actually going to talk about Raw. So at the very start of the show, Mick Foley comes out, and he says that he wants to be a part of the Royal Rumble because he wants his kids, to see him fighting at WrestleMania again. So the way that he can do that is obviously get in the Rumble and win it. Vicky Guerrero and Dolph come out, and Dolph says that Foley is a failure, and that facing him at WrestleMania would be like a massive letdown, and that he should just go home. CM Punk comes out, and he says that him and Mick Foley have earned their success. Unlike Dolph, and that, he's just kind of like a generic guy. Unlike them, they're different. They, went against the kind of, norm, and to get where they are. And he said that after the Royal Rumble he will still be the champion. John Laurinaitis, I was going to say JR there. John Laurinaitis comes out, and he says no to Foley being in the Rumble, and Vicky Guerrero just laughs at Foley, and that's kind of like the first segment. So that was quite nice. I couldn't imagine Mick Foley winning the Royal Rumble and actually being at WrestleMania. That would just be strange. But I don't know. I honestly do not know who's going to win the Rumble at this stage. I actually can't make a prediction. Initially I said Dolph Ziggler, but now I'm not sure, obviously, because he's in the title match, so I don't know if he will still be in the Rumble or not. So I honestly don't know who's going to win the Rumble this year. Anyway, so obviously, as many of you know, Air Boom lost the Tag Team Championships at a house show, I think it was on Sunday, which is obviously a bit strange. It's very rare that you'll get like a title dropped, or switched, a house show, because obviously they normally always do it on TV. So I was thinking that was a bit weird, and now it's actually emerged that it's because Evan Bourne has been suspended again. What a fool! He only returned, to action on like December the 3rd, and he's already been suspended again. This time I think it's for 60 days. Seriously, he's so sick. Honestly, I'm not being funny, but drugs are stupid. I can't actually understand why people do drugs. I don't see the point. If you've got a successful career like that, you're making like loads of money, you're really famous, lots of like kids, and like people look up to you and respect you, and you just do that, and it's stupid. Don't do drugs. Anyway, it was the rematch, Air Boom versus Epico and Primo, because I didn't actually say who they lost it to. Epico and Primo won it from them, and it was like a really, really short match, pretty much. Well, I wouldn't call it a squash match, to be honest, but basically Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise, Evan goes for the airborne, but he gets pushed off the top rope, and which one is it? I don't know. I think it's Epco, maybe Primo hit the backstabber for the win, so they retain the tag team titles. So I don't know what is going to happen with Kofi Kingston now, to be honest, because, well, at least now they've actually dropped the tag team titles. Like last time, they made him carry on like still being like a solo champion. They didn't lose the belts before, but he's obviously just going to have to go back to being a singles wrestler now. So the tag team division is crumbling again. So, you know, after they started to really build it up last year, it's just gone ridiculous again. So, you know, we'll see what happens with Kofi, but to be honest, he's, I don't know, mid-card. It's just always going to be like mid-card, really. I can't really see them pushing him into another main event feud. So, then we have Jack Swagger facing Zack Ryder for the US title. Obviously, Ryder's completely beat up still from last week. He's not medically cleared to wrestle, but he still goes to the match, and Jack Swagger completely destroys him, hits him with like 3 gut wrench power bombs and wins. And I'm like, no, I don't want Zack to lose the US title already. It's so soon. But I know it's probably all part of the storyline, and hopefully he will win it back. You know, make that a bit of like his new storyline, like his like fight to kind of, you know, retain the US Championship because it means so much to him. But yeah, that was a bit depressing, really. I was actually kind of like, oh, I was hoping that something was going to happen, you know, to stop the match, but no, it didn't. Jack Swagger won, and it was like, oh, lame. But anyway, so then we have a Divas tag team match. Some guy came out to do a special guest ring announcing thing. Perez Hilton. I have no idea who that is. Maybe that makes me sick, but I'd honestly never heard of the guy before. Anyway, lame match. Kelly and Alicia Fox versus the Bella Twins. Bellas go for twin magic, but that Perez guy stops it happening, and Kelly wins with a roll-up. Can't say anything else. Moving on swiftly, R-Truth comes out. He's just about to start talking, but then Wade Barrett comes out, and he says that, he says that he went to Disneyland, and that he, you know, had like photos taken with random people from Disney, and then he had one taken with Pinocchio, and he says that, you know, Pinocchio said that Barrett was going to win the Royal Rumble, and then this happened, and then they show his like nose extending, and the fact that R-Truth's like, I don't even know if that's PG. That was quite funny. But anyway, so then he says that, yeah, basically Barrett's lying about winning the Royal Rumble. But then Miz attacks R-Truth from behind. Sheamus comes out to help R-Truth, and Teddy Long comes out and makes it an over-the-top rope battle royal between the 4 of them, which R-Truth ends up winning, so that was cool. So then, basically, obviously, John Cena's backstage talking. There's a lot of stuff actually happened in this Raw. I feel like I have a lot to talk about. John Laurinaitis is backstage. Cena comes, like, charging in, starts having a go at him, you know, for letting, like, Ryder compete, and, you know, he's lost his title. So John Laurinaitis says, oh, you know, well, you can go and face Swagger in a match now, you know, like, you know, to like make up for it. So he does, but Cena like completely goes crazy. He's like angry, you know, like completely like destroys Swagger. Like Swagger doesn't even get any offense in on him. He just goes completely mad. So then Kane appears on the Titantron, and he says, you know, that by the Royal Rumble, Cena will have embraced the hate. So, you know, Cena's like something like, oh, drat, you know, I'm actually, you know, becoming like what Kane's trying to make me like. So that was actually pretty cool, because honestly, wasn't Cena so much more interesting to watch him actually wrestle when he was like really angry and, you know, not his normal goofy kind of babyface self? Honestly, it was. Even though it's only like 5 minutes long, it was so much better. So I'm just, oh, people, if this heel turn actually happens, it's going to be awesome. But yeah, no, Kane is actually facing John Cena at the Royal Rumble. Just to point that out there. So then, Brodus Clay was in a match against JTG. Honestly, it is funny. It is funny. That's all I have to say. It's just a funny gimmick. He's not like a comedy character, because at least he's actually wrestling. But you know, it's just funny. I like it. Brodus Clay won, so I can see him kind of, you know, squashing quite a few, you know, lower mid-card people to start with, and then he might actually get into a feud with somebody. But I don't really know where they'll kind of put him yet. My mouth is burning. I don't know why. That probably wasn't a very nice sight to see me like coughing then. And anyway, so then we had the main event, which was a 6-man tag team match. It was Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Chris Jericho versus Dolph Ziggler, Mark Henry, and David Otunga. Now, why David Otunga was in this match completely baffles me, because he's got nothing to do with any of these people, and why? Seriously, why? Anyway, Daniel Bryan obviously comes out first, and he says that the Big Show is pathetic and that he shouldn't show his face again on SmackDown, obviously because of what happened, you know, to AJ, and he dedicates his title match this week on SmackDown to AJ. So then the tag team match starts. YTJ comes in, like he gets tagged in, like he's the last one to get kind of tagged in, and he obviously does his usual celebrating, running around, and then he just kind of, you know, blind tags Daniel Bryan and leaves, and it's like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. I honestly thought that, you know, when he came out, he was just going to, you know, refuse to be tagged in or just leave or whatever, but obviously doing that, it was like, oh, it was more interesting than the last ones, because the last ones just went on for so long, like he was out there for 10 minutes just doing nothing. At least this was in a match, and oh, it was just infuriating because we were like, yes, he's finally going to wrestle, and then no, he just leaves. But you know, that was good. That was fine for him to do that. But then Daniel Bryan and Mark Henry brawl, you know, they start brawling away from the ring. So then Mick Foley comes out and he says that John Laurinaitis has said that he can compete in the match, so he becomes CM Punk's, you know, new tag team partner. Foley, yeah, gets in the ring. He gets a DDT on a Tunga and wins with the Mr. Socko. But then John Laurinaitis comes out after the match and, you know, says, I never said you could compete, and reverses the decision. So then Punk goes crazy and rants against John Laurinaitis, you know, and says that John Laurinaitis is jealous of him, you know, and talks about how, you know, he's boring and he never lived up to, you know, the success. Was that right, that, you know, his brother was in Road Warriors? Because, really, I never knew that, if that was true. Anyway, I don't know, I forgot to actually look it up last night. But if that was true, then fair enough. But yeah, so he's saying, you know, he never had, you know, the wrestling ability and stuff, and that Punk's achieved more in the last year than he's achieved in his whole life, and, you know, it was just really kind of ranting at him. So then Punk kind of leaves, and Foley is still in the ring there. So then John Laurinaitis kind of starts like ranting, says that he will not, you know, take this kind of attitude from everybody. He will not be bullied anymore, and yeah, and shows that, you know, he's yeah, not like a coward, you know, and he has like, you know, that kind of side to him. And then he just hits Mick Foley with the microphone, and everyone was kind of like, whoa, because normally John Laurinaitis is kind of very calm. Yeah, because he admitted that he was intending to screw Punk at the Rumble. And rightly so, that's kind of what led to his whole kind of rant about him not being bullied. So yeah, just whacked Mick Foley with the microphone, and it was a bit like, whoa, Laurinaitis is actually showing some character now. So overall, this was a pretty good Raw, to be honest. Like, a lot of changes, oh dear, pardon me, sorry, changes in characters, obviously, with Cena becoming angry, and like, you know, Punk doing one of his, like, kind of, he hasn't done like a really kind of emotional kind of promo like that for quite a while. John Laurinaitis showing his colours, and obviously, yeah, overall it was a pretty good show, apart from like the Divas match and stuff. So yeah, my legs are going completely dead now. I feel like I've been talking for a very long time. I actually don't know if it has been that long, but it feels like ages. But no, so thanks for watching this video. Obviously keep leaving, you know, comments and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, so keep leaving comments. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. My goal is to get to 1,000, because, you know, that would be awesome. But at least I've reached 700 now, so I'm happy with that. Seriously, my legs are going dead. I must stop talking. But no, so thanks for watching this video, and I'll be back at the weekend with my SmackDown review. Bye!